God bless you, brothers and sisters. Today I would like to take the time to show you my drum set today. Well, the church drum set. As you've seen, about 4 or 6 years ago, I made a video of a trial of me putting my drum set together. And I told you that I would get a new drum set, so here it is. I bought this currently last year, maybe for $400. The church actually paid for it, my father did. But ever since then, it's been a great drum set. It's been used, but everything that came with it was great. What it came with was the floor tom I think is a 16 by 16 inch. Mid tom, I believe it's to be a 12-inch, and a high tom 10-inch. I don't know the exact measurements, but it's my estimation. But the bass drum is 22 by 16. When I bought it at Guitar Center, it came with both the floor toms, the rack toms, and the bass drum. That's it. Also to include, it came with the skins that came on. They were Evans EC2. I'm not sure what type specifically are they, because they look kind of different from what I've seen. They look a little more what's the word? I'm not sure totally, but from the looks of it, it's a little more different. It's not clear. It's kind of fuzzy or it's kind of like cloudy looking. But these, what came with it, I originally bought the Evans E-rings, and I had them very long time. I had them for maybe when I had my first stack drum set, because I was planning to put them on the set when I get these drums. So here are the toms here. They come with a rack system that comes with this Tama Rockstar. I'm not sure what it's called. It's called a star mount, I think. That's what I believe it's called, star mount rack system. It comes with the toms that helps it to move a little bit more, but as you see, this is kind of tight here. So those are the toms here. Now as I move on to the other set, here's the bass drum here. Originally I had a, it's kind of dark to see. Originally I had a first stack pedal that was on it, and apparently this year or last year it broke on me finally. Hated that pedal. It was too slow for me. So I convinced my father to buy me the Tama Iron Cobra 600 series. These pedals, I find them to be quite amazing though. They're not as good as the 900 series, maybe because they lack the Cobra coil, but overall they seem to do the trick, the tightening, and they're very, what's the word? They have a nice bounce to it. Very smooth action, both of them. So I bought that maybe around $200 to $300, around that range. I don't know specifically, as I said, but really good bass drum skins. The next one, if you can't see here, it's a, yeah, you can't see here, but I'll tell you anyway. It's a Remo Weather King Power Sonic bass drum. This is a 22-inch. When I bought the kit, it came with this bass drum skin. It's actually pretty good. It's 2-ply. It has an outer ring on the side of it to keep the muffling. You know, it's kind of dark here to see, but I actually put a pillow or a blanket in there, and it gives a nice deep tone to it. Some people do it because they want to eliminate overtones, and I think it does a pretty good job. So, from my opinion. What else we have? We have a Pearl piccolo. It's a steel piccolo found on Guitar Center. I bought this on eBay for maybe 79 bucks. It originally came with an Evans snare head, but I changed it with Remo because I wanted a little more fuller sound. It is a Coated Power Stroke 3, and from what I can tell, this snare drum is pretty excellent. Originally I had a ring that was supposed to go around here, but apparently it was too big for it, so what I did is cut it and just put it on the side here. I'm planning to buy another one though to fill it up because I want it to go around the whole ring. But it has a nice pop to it, kind of mellow, nice touch, very nice. What else I have is I'll move on to the cymbals. This is a Camber Savage hi-hat, if you can see it. Now I'm not sure. I never heard of this brand before, but it's a nice. It's a strange brand, vintage sounding. I originally had these Sabian hi-hats. They're B8, but I kind of find the liking with these ones. Maybe it's because it's a little more darker, but they actually sound pretty nice compared to the B8s, because the B8's a little more clangy and high-pitched. This one sounds a little more darker and mellow to it. And then right here I have the Sabian B8 Splash. I think it's a 10-inch. A Wuhan 14-inch. No, wait, my bad. 12-inch China. I can't see here, but it's a Wuhan. I bought this at Guitar Center before. They were selling it maybe used and all, and it's kind of beat up, yeah, from aging. But I mean, it's still got a nice sound to it. Not bad. Then right here I have the Sabian B8 16. Nothing fancy. Sabian B8 20-inch ride. Sabian 18-inch crash, medium thin. And this is my favorite one. The Sabian XS20 medium thin 18-inch crash, as you can see here. I love this crash. It's very dark, very deep, very warming sound. I already know that the B8s are not the best ones, and I plan to upgrade on them, but it's what I have to deal with now until I get more. So I'm planning to get Sabian AA for that, pasty XS20, and throw in some Zildjians around here. I like to have my cymbals, different types. This one right here is a Pearl CX 500 ride cymbal, 20-inch. This was given to my uncle many, many years ago, maybe 10 or 12 years ago, when I was a little kid starting out to get my own drum set and stuff. He gave it to me because he said that if I were to go to his house one day, he'll give me a ride or something. So I went to his house, played on his drum set, and he gave me a ride. He has many cymbals, but he decided to give me one of them. Apparently, he passed away last year, so sad loss for me. But, I still have his ride cymbal, and it's very nice, though. I mean, it's not, as fancy as the cymbals nowadays, but I can tell you that it sounds a little more better than the B8. For example, when you ping on it or hit it lightly and have that ping, it sounds more smooth compared to this one. It sounds a little more heavier, if you can see the difference. But the bell on this is excellent. I love it. And this one is a little more, it's like something clogging. It's like having a clogged thing in your drain, from what I can tell. But I prefer this ride much better. It's old, and not that many people use it, but it's got that sound that I like. Great bell, awesome bell, I love to it. So those are the cymbals. Originally, the hardware the drum set that I bought, it didn't have no hardware, so I had to get it little by little. Recently, I bought these new stands. This is a Mapex. I have no idea what number or what serial or which number it is, but I think I'll find it and I'll post it on YouTube. These are two of the Tama Stage Masters. Both of them are single brace. I can zoom in on there. Single brace. Oh, one more thing I like to talk about. This stand particularly is kind of my favorite, better than the Tamas. And the reason why is that you can see right here that this part here, right here, you can tilt it to a degree that most cymbals don't, tilt. For example, if you look here, you can tilt it at that degree. Now, I'm a type of drummer that likes to have my cymbals, tilted at a certain degree. And when I try doing it with the Tamas, they don't go that far. I mean, this is probably the maximum they can go. And back in the day, they would make cymbal stands that were able to tilt it to a more specific degree. And it was more flexible, in other words. And I kind of enjoyed it because, I like that vintage type of style that they used back then. I'm more of the old type of drummer here. And so this is pretty much the set. The hardware, one more thing, is that majority of these are sound percussion. This is a mix of a Pacific drums and a Dixon boom stand that I had. Great stands, except the Dixon was kind of wobbly, so I put on the Pacific stand, and it does a better job. It's a great stand. These are sound percussion. That is a sound percussion, but I don't know. But it comes with a set, so it's not what you buy separately. So this is pretty much it. Got a sound percussion snare stand there. Nothing fancy. I think I'm going to replace it because I can't get a better degree on that. So overall, this is my set. Another thing that I like to say is that I use 2 rides instead of 1. Just the fact that I love, the sound of rides, especially when you wash on them, and when you have like different sounding bells, because most people use 1 ride, but I like to use 2 rides because I got more sounds, more pings, and more wash to it. So those are my 2 rides that I like. Overall, the set was I don't know how much I would, if it's worth now, or if I were to sell it, but I don't plan to sell it because it's one of my favorite drum sets. Tama is one of my favorite brands. I plan to get it fixed in the future. Probably get a new white wrap in the future. But it's just a plan. It's a plan out, and I plan to buy better cymbals in the future because I know Sabians are not that good, and it's not because they're low brand, but it's just because it's not giving me that tone that I want, that warmth. So that's my cymbals right now. That's the whole set right now. And last off, to end this video because it's pretty far, is that I thank God because I remember when I started off with a little kit, probably a small junior kit, but that was probably when I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, and when I was 12 or 13, I got my first real drum set. It was a first act, and I know how that sucked, but I mean, it was my first drum set, and I was happy. And it took a long time, many years, till we finally got a Tama, or a real drum set, real man's drum set. And yeah, I mean, it's a Rockstar, and they stopped making these, but I love the set. And I thank God because He's given me a set, and there's many churches that sometimes they don't have a good set like this, or good tone, or anything of that. So I thank God because He's allowed me to have a great set. And I give the glory and honor to God every time I play because, I don't deserve nothing. The talent that I have, I give God the glory. So, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you learned something. God bless you.